I have not read many autobiographies, but this one was one of the funniest one that I've read. If you were watching me from far off, you would probably see me laughing randomly. Like, it was good. And another thing that I absolutely love is such little emphasis on success and so much more emphasis on the failures and the problems and the challenges that Phil and Nike faced. This book starts from the year 1962 and goes till 1980, every chapter to every year. Every single year, it's like a new problem that they're facing. Twice against the US government, the competitors, the banks, the countries in which their factories were established, their economies, their political stability, etc. So many different things. It's such a good book to read if you are someone who wants to start the business and probably have this feeling that business is easy or business is fun. This one gives a very good view of what business is actually like. Like, it does show that business is fun, but it also shows how terrible and how our business can be over the long run. Phil can be described as a very stubborn person. Another word from stubborn, I would say, is obsessive. Obsessiveness is a quality that you notice in every single one of these people, every single one of successful people, be it financially or any other way. They're always obsessed about this one thing over a very long period of time. And Phil has this Gen Z way of doing business, a very not formal, I don't want to say informal, but a very not formal way of doing things at the start. So when Nike decided that they wanted to launch their clothing line is when Phil started to notice how terribly him and his partners used to dress, which is interesting because at one point he remembers his partners coming in wearing the most goofiest of dresses, and he catches them in the corridor and he's like, wear a tie and suit the next time. And the partner is like, we are not that company. We decided that that's probably one of the biggest reasons they did not want to go public, because they did not want to change the way their company worked. They did not want to make it a cooperative way of business. They just wanted to be a bunch of guys hanging over and making money. But when Nike launched their clothing brand, is when Phil realized that this needs to change. Like, we cannot just be a bunch of guys having fun and wear the goofiest of stuff while selling the clothes. People are not going to take us seriously. And so Phil asked his partner in the corridors, like, wear a times, like, we're not that type of company. And Phil's like, no, now we are. And he just cusses him off and he's like, I don't care. And Phil goes to the accountant and he's like, $35, $75 off his check the next time. I've written something in this book, my own words, not Phil's, that I've learned from this book. You don't want to live a life chasing bigger numbers. It would be better to phrase the word work better. Work is an act of service to yourself, to your family, and to the world. It doesn't matter the tough roads. Looking back, it all looks beautiful. Phil wishes he would repeat it all over again. And so maybe we should listen to this old man and build businesses that help the world in some way, and along the way make friends that we cherish. And during this process, remember not to forget your families. Whenever there is a good, bad, or any moment, observe it. Know that this will pass and this will never come back. Phil is an incredible writer, and let's not forget the humor he had in his challenging time.